Does anybody know what the four market positions are? So let me... And look, what you'll find is there's big fours in areas as well. So you can have a big four in the mid-tier down in Southampton, and you'll get big four firms in certain areas in Southampton. Some of those will be big four for the country. If you follow, if you follow an industry maturation model, if any of you have ever seen this, basically real quick, what happens is down here there's a whole bunch of people thinking about doing something. Suddenly off the world goes. It hits a certain percentage and you get 1 times 40% up here. So that's a Google, that's a first to market, that's a Ford. I'm going back to the 1800s. I think there was something like 16, I want to say 1,000. I'm going to double check that. Certainly 1,600 car manufacturing companies in the United States pre the 1900s. Because everybody that ever made a carriage started putting engines in them. So horseless carriage. Today, what, there are 2 left in the United States. So you end up with 1 times 40. Somebody else says, oh, I saw what they did. I'll have some of that. You get 2 times 30. Then the next person goes, oh, fantastic. Let's have a go. And eventually you get 4 times 20. And they open up in a specific order normally. The 4 positions are product, price, market, and service. So if I use the 4 car hire companies as you come off the plane at Madrid, you have Hertz, Avis, Sixt, and Budget. So which is the product one? Which is the one with all the product? Budget would be which one? Product, price, market, or service? Price, they're the price offering. You can't have a price offering that says we're the most expensive. That doesn't work. Price has to be we're the cheapest. That's the price position. So which one would be the product position? Who's got all the product? Hertz. Service? We Try Harder, Avis. And market specialist Sixt do A4s and 3 Series BMWs for young executives who don't want to drive a Beetle. If that makes sense. Now, if you look around, all of them do the same thing. So typically, the product company gets away first. Why? Because they're the first product. So Hoover, Ford, any color you want as long as it's black, and this is how much it costs. Then somebody comes along and says, oh, we'll bring a nice service to you. We'll do pink, orange, blue, and green and smile and speak nicely to you because I want to maintain the premium price. I don't want to lose the price. Then the market specialist says, oh, we're going to make sports cars, or we're going to make limousines, or we're going to make 5-seaters, or we're going to specialize at the family market, and we make Studebaker shooting brakes, for example, because I still want to maintain my price advantage. It's premium price up there in this phase. And finally, those 3 create a big enough market to create volumes of scale and scale effects. And now I can come to market with the price option. So my belief was Freddie Laker came to the market too soon. He arrived too soon, and the product guru at the time, which was BA, killed him. I mean, not literally killed him, but killed the business. And then a bit later on, by the time Virgin had a crack and everybody else had a crack, then there's the volume there now for the price market. If you play against your position, when BA tried to go cheap, it didn't work. Go Airlines failed because people walked on expecting BA service and expecting BA prices and were disappointed when they got EasyJet service. Fetch your own wheelchair. Which is kind of what they say, isn't it? So does that help you? So the market unfolds. Now, if you walk off the plane at Madrid, there's 4 car hire companies, but if you pick the phone book up, there's another 120 in the area, and they look after the other 20%. All of them are trying to be one of these. You're all trying to be one of these. But when I look at websites and I look at marketing, I look at brochures, you're trying to be all things to all people, called a generalist. So we have a fantastic product, we look after you really, really well, we'll sell it to anybody and we'll negotiate on price, called license to go bust. EasyJet, down product, down price, down market, down service. BA, up product, up market, up price, up service. Both make money. It's not about being one or the other, it's about being aligned. And most people aren't aligned across those 4 things. They don't support each other and they don't look the same. That makes sense. There are a couple of industries where there are no price options. So there are big 3s. There are industries where you are not going to get a cheap option. Parachutes is one. Safety belts is another. Pensions and advice tends to be the 3rd. You are never going to go to your employees and go, guess what? We found the cheapest pensions advisor we could, and we've outsourced it to them. Those parachutes you're putting on, cheapest supplier we could find. Okay, won't do. Do you get the idea? So some industries, there shouldn't be a price option. I'm certainly never going to go and buy the cheapest car with the cheapest safety belt. Those airbags, cheapest we could get. Like, there's just some industries where you're not going to get a price option.